Hi everyone, in this tutorial we're going to learn about this great progress bar and icon animation in Framer. When we get to the content section, a progress bar animation starts, which is triggered by the scroll interaction, and the icon that belongs to the card that's in the view starts to rotate, which is placed in a way that syncs with the progress animation. This effect is great to present some content in an interesting way, right? You can find a remix link for the file in the description, and let's get started. We have this sticky progress bars wrapper stack that holds 3 separate progress bars and these vertical rectangles, which marks the points for the icons of the cards. It took some trial and error to determine their places on the progress bar, since a sync between the cards in the view and the progress bar animation was essential. You can see here's a light green bar that indicates progress, and while I'm using separate progress bar backgrounds, I used one progress indicator bar since it was easier to apply a single scroll transform effect to the bar, instead of trying to sync 3 different progress bar sets with the card in the view. So this bar has a single transform effect that happens throughout the whole progress bars wrapper, which is a sticky stack. You can see under the progress bars transform settings, it only has an X offset, which creates the progress animation. Let's get into the icons wrapper component. As the progress animation happens with a single scroll transform effect, which is just an X offset as I said, I needed an active state for the icons, depending on the card in the view, which was only possible with a scroll variant effect. And that brought the biggest challenge, which is syncing it with the progress bar animation. I still can't say the synchronization is perfect, but it's more than enough for the effect that I wanted to create. And these vertical light green bars that have the same color with the progress bar help to improve that sync, as they are placed in between the separate progress backgrounds and determines the spots for the icons. Let's check the icons wrapper component structure. As you see, it has 4 variants, as I needed one default and one active variant for each icon. I named the default one V0 to be able to sync the name with the active card in the view while creating the scroll variant effect. As I said, you can see each other variant has one icon in light green, which indicates their active state. And to make things easier, I made the icon also a component. And you can see in its active state. In addition to the color change, I also added an animation loop, which is a 360 rotation around the y-axis. We can go back to home screen and check the scroll variant effect for the icons wrapper component. As I said, you can see here when the section 1 or the first card is in the view, we switched the icons wrapper to its variant 1. For the second section, we switched to its variant 2 and so on. And of course, our cards are easily customizable with the title and text variables. We can check the animation again, and with all those components and settings, we are taking advantage of Framer's animation and interactive design capabilities to create and sync those different effects and animations. And that wraps up our tutorial. I hope you liked it. If you want to see more, be sure to subscribe, turn the notifications on, check my other tutorials, and see you in the next one.